Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show today. Today we're going to talk about the new FAA ID rules. Are they unicorns and pixie dust? Hey, let's talk about that. Also today, what new drones are coming out in 2021? And I'd like to know what you guys are going to do this first part of the year. Where are you going to fly? I know what I'm going to be doing. In late March, I'm going down to Florida where I'm going to meet up with a bunch of drone guys and fly drones. And plus, I'll be doing some fishing down there. So it'll be two mints in one, so to speak. So let's get this going. Also, today I am definitely doing backwards songs. Remember back in Christmas time, I did backwards Christmas song. Well, I'm doing rock and roll songs, mostly heavy metal, but there's a few other, rock bands out there. Some of them you'll be like, who are they? And some of them you'll guess right off the bat. So it should be a fun show, and I think you'll all enjoy them. Plus, later on, in about an hour, we'll do toffee trivia, where I'll throw out a trivia question, and if you first one to guess it correctly is the winner of Enstrom's almond toffee, which is the rage. Everybody loves Enstrom's almond toffee, and who knows? Maybe someday they might sponsor this show because I'm giving away a lot of their product every week, so that's pretty good. So, anyway, to wait for some of my panelists to jump in. Before the show, I went over to this bar and grill called Clancy's Bar and Grill to meet some old comedian friends of mine to shoot the breeze about the good old days back when I did stand-up comedy, where we all did stand-up comedy back in the late 80s and early 90s, where we sat around, oh yeah, I remember so-and-so, and oh, how about that club in Oklahoma City, or that hell gig we did in, I don't know, butt fuck Kentucky. I don't know, but we talked about a bunch of stuff, and also some of us had the pleasure of doing USO type tours in Japan and South Korea, so that was a lot of fun to talk about that. And then we got one of the comments we got talking about this great show. I was in this comedy competition, the Colorado Comedy Invitational, that Jimmy Mack, not Steve Mack's brother, but Jimmy Mack, he was one of the contestants in this contest. What they did is they did like 2 week split ups where 1 week there was a group of comics that did this tour, and then another week of different comics. And there's quite a few pretty big names in here. Well, they weren't big names back then, but some of them you'll recognize, like Chris Titus. Yeah, he was in this contest. And Mitch Hedberg. Yeah, I got to work with Mitch Hedberg. Funny guy. Who else did we work with? Yeah. Jim Head McHugh. He was a funny comic. And Mark Moran was another funny. Doug Benson, if you remember that guy, he did an episode of Friends way back in the day. Michael Blade, Rick Halber, David, Arizona Drone Dude, thank you for jumping in. Ray Kelly, welcome. Matt Cundiff. And then hey, we got Glenn from Down Under, Thunderbird. Santa Art, thank you very much. So here's some of the other Keith Stubbs, Scott Novotny, oh man, Brian Judd. Oh yeah, a lot of comments said they're now big names. Some of them went on to do Last Comet Standing and did really well. Mike Roach, welcome. Michael Blade, welcome to the show. Good to see you guys. So we got what are we going to talk about? The FAA. What is that? Remote ID. That's what it's called. So we talked a little bit about it last week. Some of the things, they're just coming down the pike, like the remote ID. Number 99. Next week will be 100. And by the way, next Friday is my birthday, where I will be 61 years old. Jody, Drone Shots, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Hopefully Mitch will show up. He hasn't been around in a while. He still does his Sunday show, but hopefully he'll jump in. Kenny Cardoso Media, welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a good group showing up. Hey, that's great. So on the remote ID, what they're talking about, that identifies your modem. That's going to be a little module that you just slap on your drone, and that'll make you legal. So, but that's not going to happen for a few more months. Hey, let's welcome our first panelist all the way from South Florida, originally from New York. Let's welcome to the show, Ray Kelly. Welcome, Ray. Good to see you.
Hey, Art. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a pretty good afternoon hanging out with some old comedian friends, shooting the breeze with them. That was a lot of fun. So
it's nice when you meet up with old friends, right?
Hopefully we could do a once a month thing where we could get together and have some fun, have a few drinks, and maybe eat a little bit. They got some pretty good what they call Irish tater skins, which are, last time I was there was a few months ago for one of our other comedian friends who I haven't seen in a long, long time. He just turned 80 years old.
Okay.
And I met this guy when I first started back in 1984.
You know him a long time.
I've known him, and he used to cut my hair too because he was actually a barber as well. Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. I love meeting old friends and new friends. But let me say hello to everybody in the chat too. Uh, Good to see everybody. I won't mention you all by name. I'll try to type it to you. But
How's the weather down there in Florida?
it was nice. A little cool today, but it's still nice. It was sunny. I got my walk in. I walked around the marina.
Oh,
So
nice.
it was good. Yep.
Cool. Now, that video that I saw with you and Ken Halfbauer, that place looked familiar because I follow this fishing show called Extreme Philly Fishing, and Leo Singh, he's the guy on the show. He did an episode right at that spot, and caught a bunch of puffer fish and some pinfish, sergeant majors, a lot of different grunts and snappers,
Well,
and
you know that Ken is quite the angler. He's a good fisherman. He has two boats up there.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's up in St. Augustine, right?
Yes, yeah.
Great. I have a high school classmate that lives up there.
And
and
I,
they
you
have a
know,
boat as well.
when people tell me, they're good fishermen and everything, yeah, I like to fish. I said, well, you got any photos? Let me see some photos. Ken's got the photos right on his
Oh,
phone.
great, great. Well, I could back it up because I have a channel on that. So when I come down there in March, I'm gonna
Oh,
be
good. You're
there
gonna
for a
come. You're
while.
coming. Good.
It's looking pretty good. I just have to set up my dates with my company, and hopefully I'll get approved, and then I'll get the plane ticket and
Good.
come down.
Good.
Yep.
I just got off of the phone with Adrian, and Adrian is very excited about this. So he'll
Cool,
be
cool,
he'll be
well,
glad that I'm adding your name to the list.
cool, cool. Yeah, it'll be great to finally meet a lot of you guys. I see you on YouTube all the time, and it'd be great to finally meet you in person, as well as Mitch and Jim and all the rest. And Ken Dono, I think, is about the only Floridian. Oh no, there's another guy that I met out of Florida at Spin Down. I think Tony,
Oh yeah,
Tony Fat,
Tropic, right?
Tropic. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, he may come. He didn't give me a definite answer, but he may come because
Mm-hmm.
we're only where it is only probably half hour from him.
Okay, cool, 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 cool.
But
And were you here when I had my friend Rick Enstrom on?
yes, that was a good show. I found that
Okay.
interesting. Yeah, and he
Yeah,
seems like a nice guy.
he's got a place in Jupiter.
Oh yeah, Jupiter. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I had told them that I go to
Yep.
Jupiter almost every day.
Yep.
Well, there you go. There's your buddy. You can stay at his house.
Yeah, there you go.
No, actually, Jupiter is going to be an hour and a half to Sebastian. I have a 2 hour ride.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Mitch is probably closer to
He's
Sebastian.
only
Yeah.
he's only 15 minutes from where
Yeah,
we're
there
going to
you go.
fly. Yeah,
Hmm.
or or so.
Yep, and then there's the Indian River where I could do some fishing there, and then he's got canals and ponds all over the friggin' place where I could probably catch a lot of exotics and fish like that.
You're going to get a kick out of the video that I just uploaded a couple of minutes ago, and it
Yeah, I
doesn't have
saw the.
anything to do with drones.
Well, Rick Halper had a TikTok video where a couple guys caught dolphin. And one of the guy, they're both holding their fish up, and the guy on the right or on my left, he's holding it up. His is a little smaller, and the seal jumps up and grabs it by the tail and yanks it out of his hand. And
Oh, and that was
what?
Rick. That was Rick's
No,
friend.
he sent me
Oh,
that clip. That was a
yes, I
TikTok
did see
video.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, that was funny. Hmm.
And
So
I
maybe
understand
we'll.
Rick's home from the hospital. He got home
Oh, that's
yesterday, I
good.
heard.
That's good.
So,
That's
Rick, if
good.
you're listening, glad you're home. Hope you're feeling better. Oh, there he is. I see him. Hi, Rick. You're in the
Yeah.
chat.
Hmm. And so I just chatted with Sean Oz. He's got 5 ladies that just came in to get tattooed.
Oh, 5 of them? Really?
Yeah. So
Is
I'm
he doing
guessing.
all 5 of them, or does he have staff also?
You know what? I don't know if he's got staff there. He probably has one other person that works there. So I wrote back and I said, tight pants and booby tattoos.
Yeah, sure.
Just make sure you have a steady hand.
Yeah, there you go.
They'll go,
Yep.
yeah,
Do you,
yeah,
do you have a
it's a
tattoo, Art?
seal. No, I don't have any tattoos. No.
No,
I thought
no.
about getting one for as a memoriam for my dad because I found a, a picture of his with his friends underneath the sign when he was stationed in the Philippines. He was in the 1089 Signal Corps, which is part of the 5th Air Force. And I was going to get excuse me. I was going to get the sign and the symbols for the signal company, and then have the 5th Air Force emblem on it, and then have my dad's name with from 1920 to 2005. Yeah.
Yep, yep. There was one time way back, long, long time ago, in 1972. I was out applying for the Los Angeles Police Department, and I had to kill some time, so I went into a tattoo parlor. And
Oh.
believe it or not, I went out there with hardly any money in my pocket, but I went for my interview, and I was almost going to get this tattoo, but the guy wanted $10 for it, and I only had 20. And I didn't want to just leave myself $10. So
Yeah, there you go. Good idea.
I didn't get it.
No.
How's
So,
the weather out there? Cold, cold?
yeah, it's cold and really light snow right now.
Oh, you're getting
Yep,
snow.
yep, yep. So I guess down in Texas, they got a lot of snow down there in North Texas, up by Amarillo. They had a big snowstorm heading their way. Yeah,
Well, I don't miss the snow. That's for
yeah.
sure.
Me neither. I'm pretty close to retiring. I'm ready to move somewhere to where it's not. I'm looking at Tennessee, where it's probably the same temperature here in Colorado, where it's in the 40s during the winter, but they probably don't get the snowstorms like we do here. But it's centrally located where I could zip down to Alabama, Georgia, Florida to go fishing, or I could go up north to Michigan to where all my high school friends are, go fishing up there. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Michael Blade is saying he has 4 tattoos, and he got them while he was in the Air Force.
oh, cool. Okay.
Yep. Well, I'm hoping to do a little fishing maybe this coming week, but I'm gonna
Right.
do it from a kayak.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yep.
Don't
And I
don't
told you
hook
what
into a
happened.
big shark that'll pull you right out to the
Oh
Gulf
yeah,
Stream.
it's fun. Have I love.
We can't hear you. Your mic cut out. Oh, he disappeared. He dropped off the face of the earth. All right, and that's what's going on. So yeah, I've got some. What I did earlier today is I took some more CDs that I've got. Oh, and speaking of Florida, let's welcome all the way from Melbourne, Florida. He's the old guy on the drone. He is Mitch. Welcome, welcome. We missed you, Mitch. Good to see you.
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Uh,
What happened to Ray? Last time I looked, he was there.
Yeah, he was there, and all of a sudden his audio went out, and now he's back, and I don't know what we're
There he
looking at.
is.
There we
Okay.
go. Welcome back, Ray.
Say something, Ray. Still no audio.
No audio. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, you gotta plug it in all the way. Plug that mic in.
There you go.
Oh, we heard something there.
There we go.
Yeah,
How's
there
it?
you
There
go.
we.
No.
There you go. Hi guys. Hi
How's
Matt.
that? Good.
Matt
that's
Cundiff
better.
said hello. Michael Blade, how you doing, buddy?
Michael Blade, Matt
Mike Roche is
Cundiff.
here.
Good
How
to
you
see.
doing, Mike? Kenny Cardosa, how you doing?
Yep.
Jody, did I
Jody,
see Rick
Halber.
Halber in here too?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rick, you out of the hospital?
Yeah, Ray just told us he's out of the hospital.
Yep.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it.
How's my
Glad to hear
audio
it.
now?
We
Good?
can hear you.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
can hear you.
Good.
not real loud,
Hi,
but we can hear you.
hi, Mitch. How you doing?
Good, Ray. How you doing?
Good.
Yep. So,
So what?
how's the weather in your neck of the woods there in Florida, there, Mitch?
I mean, it's got cold.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's been it reached the high today. I think was 58 or 59 degrees,
ooh,
and wind a little breezy, a little windy. Yeah, not good flying weather for those of us
all
that
right.
are spoiled rotten in Florida here. You know, for somebody in North Dakota, they'd be out there in their in bathing suit this kind of weather, but not us.
It's 33 degrees here in old Denver, Colorado,
Wow.
with the dusting of snow right now.
Hey, Matt. How you doing?
How come Matt is
So,
not
Mitch,
blue? You need to make Matt blue. Art
Ooh,
Mitch, we were
yeah,
talking
okay,
about
we'll
that
do
meetup
that.
in Sebastian.
in March.
You and Ed had suggested the park over on Sebastian, south of the inlet.
Yeah.
Which park is it exactly?
I don't know. I've only been down there once, and I really don't remember. Been a long time, but I'll go scout it out before we have it to make sure everybody knows exactly. I think there's only one park there, and I think it is on the south side of the inlet.
That's what Ed was saying, but we just got to
Yeah,
make sure there's no drone signs.
yeah. I'll take a run down. It's about 30 miles from where I live. I'll take a run down there before we before we actually set the date or
The
after we
date's
set.
picked. The
Oh,
date's picked.
I didn't know
March
it.
March 20th.
March.
Saturday, March 20th.
Okay, so be
Cool,
it.
cool.
All right, I'll
Hey,
check
we
it out.
got Tater.
Hey,
Tater,
Tater.
I'll get you a link.
How you doing, Tater?
And okay, go to your Facebook Messenger.
Mitch, we got
Yes.
like 14 people coming.
Oh, that'd be great.
Counting you and Ed and Jim.
Well, I thought I counted for at least two.
Oh,
14 people. They're not all. Some people are going to have to drive a little ways, then, aren't they?
Yeah, Michael Red bought his airline ticket already. Yep.
Really? So we better have good weather, huh?
Well,
yeah,
that's the
you
other
better.
thing. Yeah.
You know that's out in the middle of nowhere, out there at the inlet. You know, you got to go. You got to drive a long way, either from Sebastian up A1A or from Melbourne down A1A, and that's really isolated out there.
Yeah, but
Right.
people can lay on the beach if they want to.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully
Go
by
fishing.
March
Or could go
20th, it ought to be warmed up a little by March the 20th. Legwork is here. How you doing?
Hey, legwork. Mark, I got you. I sent you a link. Go check your Facebook Messenger. Ah, hey, we got someone all the way from Syracuse, New York. Let's
Uh-oh, I know who
welcome
that is.
Mike Roach.
Hey, guys.
Mike, good to see
Hey,
you.
Mike. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing?
Okay, Mitch. Good to see you. Hey, Ray. Art.
Hey,
Good to
Mike.
see you.
Great to be here. Went out and hung out with some old comedian friends. Had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you learn any new jokes?
Where did you go, Art?
We
Out
went
someplace?
We went to Clancy's Bar and Grill. Yep. And I had a shot of scotch.
That sounds like an Irish place, Art, is it?
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Louisiana. We got Tater. We
Tater.
got Tater.
Tater's all bundled up.
Oh, he looks like he's ready to do some mining. He's got his little mining light on.
We just got in the house. Yeah.
Alrighty. There you go. Just bump up your mic a little bit.
How you doing, Tater?
All
More?
right, how's that?
That's better.
Let me get my mouse untangled from my mic. Here we go. Now we're cooking.
Alright. Everything's better with Tater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, my wife just got her first ticket.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
To Neil Diamond?
I wish it was, but it was not. It's to the Sterlington Courthouse.
Uh-oh.
58 and a 45. So we'll see how that
Uh-oh.
goes.
That's not hardly speeding, really.
Not much. Just.
Well, at
13
least you
over.
didn't do a 69.
Yeah, that's true.
Art, don't
Yeah.
make me turn on my sound effects tablet here, please.
Oh yeah. Y'all got the sound effects now.
All right. So how's everything down in Louisiana?
Man, it's supposed to snow tonight or tomorrow night. One
Wow.
of the two. We're supposed to get 50% chance of snow with like an inch and a half. So they already planning on a snow day for the kids at school. So it's going to be good. I got
You don't get that much snow, do you?
No, we don't. So we take advantage of it when we get a little bit, just because you know we never see snow, but maybe once every 5 years. So we really make a big to do of the whole thing.
Hey, I want to say hello to Drone Psych.
Hey, drone site.
New guy.
Charlie,
Hey, welcome,
how you
welcome.
doing,
Oh, yeah.
buddy?
Good to see
Hey,
ya.
Michael Wright, too.
Hey, Michael Wright.
Yeah, everything is right with Michael.
My old roommate, and when I lived in Vegas and was in the Air Force, was named Michael Wright. Good guy.
Cool.
He lives.
Hi,
in,
Michael. We got a
what's
lot of
that?
mics in here tonight.
What's the place?
Yeah.
Apple Valley. Apple Valley. If anybody knows where Apple Valley, California is, that's where he lives.
Napa. N-A-P-A. Napa Valley?
I think it's Apple Valley. It's like a little bitty place, but I think there's a Knott's Berry Farm park there where they had like some roller coasters or something.
Oh,
Got Ken Hoffbauer in the house.
hey.
Place it here. How you doing?
Place it in here.
Brett
baby.
Nunley.
Brett?
Did you get
Hey,
your
Brett.
Did you get your toffee yet, Brent?
Hey, Tater, I enjoyed you the other night on Ken Heron.
Yeah, well, thank you, man. That was kind of a last minute thing. He usually calls
Yeah.
me at the last minute. And I was lucky I was able to call him back. I spent about 4 hours on a call at work trying to fix an email problem for one of the servers. And I said, man, he's going to think I blew him off. And I called him. He's like, well, you want to come on the show? I was like, yeah, you need to give Kelly a chance to beat me at what I beat him in. Now
There
he'll
you
feel
go.
redeemed.
And did you? I didn't see it. Did you win?
No, but I didn't get goose egged.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. Well, but you guys, Mike Roche did it too, man. We got all the Ken Heron All Stars here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to save face. Kelly's good, you know. Those guys who have been DJs forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
they-
yeah.
You know, of course, this time it was different. It was foreign versions of songs.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
What do y'all want to do? I was like, well, let's do the foreign thing, because I was thinking in my mind, at least I got a chance at this one, And then last time Ken goes, well, you can pick the category this time. And I said, how about country music from the 90s? He goes, are you sure? I said, yeah. Are you really sure? And I was like, yeah. Is this your final answer? And that's when I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, that's my final answer. He goes, okay, well, Kelly Green's program manager at a country radio station and has been for 20 years. And I said, oh,
Hey
shit.
guys, I want to welcome someone brand new to our panel. He's all the way from Texas. You may know his channel. He's fairly new. I plugged him a lot last week. This is a a Jeep, a drone, and an old guy. Let's welcome Keith. He is from Texas.
All right.
Welcome, Keith.
Welcome, Keith.
Good to see you.
Holy
Cool.
shit! Keith, how old are you, buddy?
I am older than
No,
dinosaurs.
how old? How old? This is important to me. This is important to me.
Oh,
I know what the T and T Rex stands for.
No, how old in years? Tell me a number.
It was Tommy Rex.
Yeah,
Did
how
you
how
ever-
old are you? Ah shit.
65.
Ah shit. I was hoping there'd be somebody older than me, but nah, never happens.
How old is he?
65, he says.
Oh, he's younger than me.
Yeah. Ah shit. You know, I thought I had a shot there for a minute.
hey. That was a good try, though.
Yeah, well.
We gave it the old college try.
Keith did a really great video of the Battleship Texas down there in San Jacinto Park. Did a
Art,
great
what-
job.
What is this channel's name?
A Jeep,
and an
a
old,
drone, and an old guy.
old man.
Old man.
Old man.
Ah,
I
old
was-
man. Okay.
Yeah, I went out to Galveston today and did a video on the submarine USS Impala,
Cool.
the
Cool.
only submarine to ever single-handedly sink a enemy aircraft carrier.
Oh, wow. That's
Awesome.
a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it was a huge deal. I actually in the forward torpedo room was able to reach and pull the trigger. The
Oh,
card.
cool.
Yeah, it was much more moving experience than I thought.
Yeah, that's something not many people can say they've done.
Yeah.
Well,
That's true.
it's been on that sub and got at least a 3-foot reach.
Yeah.
They can pull that trigger.
Man.
It was great, and I've been to the sub before, but it's been maybe 30 years ago, and I had little ones with me then, and I was taking them around the sub, so didn't really get to do a lot of enjoyment sub itself back then. But this time, I was by myself, and it was really a moving experience, knowing what must have gone on inside that submarine when they were stalking and then firing on that torpedo, then afterward, on that aircraft carrier. And then afterwards being chased down for multiple days by 3 Japanese destroyers.
Oh, God, man. I know that's got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, because they had some fast ones, if I'm not mistaken. I heard they had some fast ships.
yeah. They're, the captain's log reported that they had 119 depth charges on them. So some sailors say 106. So 106, 119, what's the difference, you know?
Yeah, that's fast enough.
Well, we got Sean Geeks Vanas in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Sean, good to see
Hey,
you.
John.
How you doing, Sean?
And Chris, Sunrise Water Media.
Yeah.
Hey, Creef. Oh, it's Keith's channel. There we go. I'm a little late on the chat here.
Hey, Mitch. If we count Matt's family, like he did at the Jensen Beach meetup, we're gonna have 20 people.
Is Ken bringing the food again?
Uh-oh.
Ken might not make it. He might have to
Oh,
go
no.
back to work.
Oh, no, the
We're-
food
we're
guy.
hoping.
Oh, not the food guy. That was the best part of the whole thing.
Ken is quite the chef.
Yeah,
I'm
he-
telling you. I'm
He's got
telling you.
his stuff together, man. That's for sure. The I went and got me. I had this deer made into this sausage. This place specializes in this sausage, and we couldn't even wait to get it home. We was opening it in the car, eating some of it.
Obvious. Did they cook it? I hope.
Yeah, oh yeah. smoked
okay.
sausage. They did the best job. It was what is that? Pepper jack cheese.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, good
Cool.
stuff.
Yeah, my son. They'll have a deer processed, but they'll just have it processed into the hamburger, and then
Yeah.
he's got his own little stuffing machine. He likes to stuff.
Oh,
You put the casing on it, and the thing
Yeah.
fills up the casing, and
Hey, you
yeah, he
say-
likes to do that. He likes to do that part himself.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to add with the. They usually add some fat to it. Did they add some fat to it for you?
yeah, they'll add a little bit of fat too.
Yeah.
We had some hamburger
Yeah.
meat, had the back straps cut out whole, and we have the whole hamburger meat in the freezer because we don't eat beef hardly at all.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, okay. Yeah, we shoot these. He shoots these scrawny feral hogs, which have
Man.
absolutely no fat on them at all, and they really have to. So he goes to the public supermarket and he knows the butcher there real well, and the guy saves him all the fat carvings off the prime rib. You
Yeah.
know, all the
Ah.
big slabs of fat that they cut off the prime ribs, and they grind that up with the hog meat. It comes out great.
oh,
Oh,
man,
cool.
it's,
That's good.
I like
Yeah.
the little ones about yay big that you can put the whole thing in the grill and just stuff them with apples and celery and all kinds of other stuff, and just let it cook real slow all day.
I'm going to need to get your address. I'm coming over for dinner.
Well, come on, I'll take you out there and let you shoot one, man.
Hey, Ron Lockwood's in
Hey,
the house.
Ron, good to see you.
Hey,
Hi, Ron. How you
man,
doing, buddy?
He's a professional guy, man. He's the one that won't. I've been hoping that's on my bucket list is to get him to take me to shoot an elk.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely knows where all the small fish are.
Hey, Art, Ron really wants to go fishing when he comes. So,
Oh, great.
we're
Great.
going to plan on squeezing in a fishing trip somehow, some way.
Cool, cool.
Oh, is Ron's going to be here on the 20th as well?
Yeah, he's flying.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yep.
Man, that'd be fabulous. Get to meet a lot of people.
I've never
Well,
done
maybe
that
we'll-
before.
Catch a mess of tilapia for you, Mitch.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what. I've been on one of them boats in the dock one time, and they had caught a couple of fish. And the one that he showed me, I was like, "Man, both the eyes are on one side. You need to throw him back. He's got some kind of deformity or something." No, he's supposed to be like that. I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Sure, Ken. Go ahead and post the link.
Oh yeah, Ken. He's got a
And Chris-
killer Jeep.
Greg Pittman just came in. Art.
Yep, I saw that.
So where y'all meeting up at? And
We're going to meet
Sebastian,
at the
Florida.
Sebastian Inlet.
Sebastian Inlet.
Sebastian is about 30 miles south of Melbourne,
Okay.
and the inlet is right halfway between Melbourne and Sebastian, on the A1A, right on the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh,
Wow.
Ken, I will make you blue.
So Mitch, I guess you're going to have to be in charge of the FPV guys.
I don't know if anybody needs to be in charge of anybody. We just go down there and fly.
I think there's going to be quite a few FPV guys.
Good. That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
You gotta love that new DJI drone's gonna
Okay,
really open
Ken,
up
you
the
are
FPV.
now blue.
Oh, Matt Cundiff's going to be bringing a bunch of mahi.
Oh,
Ooh,
my,
Oh,
my.
yeah.
Oh,
good
cool.
stuff.
Oh, that's great, Matt. That'd be really good.
Oh man, we better have some good weather.
Yeah.
Have they got like a picnic area, covered picnic area or something over there? Do you know? Has anybody been over there?
Yeah, I was years ago, and I'm going to take a little trip and reconnoiter. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll go ahead over here while we're talking and see.
Yeah, I'm
Pull up a
looking at
Google.
photos
Pull
here.
up a
This is
Google
Ken's,
map of the
Jeep
thing.
channel.
Yeah. It's
Let's
pretty.
see here.
Looks like it's got a playground too. Plastic playground.
Oh, did you pull up pictures already?
Yeah, Brave FPV pilot.
Let's see here.
Oh, that's nice.
So when is this in March?
Mike, your microphone is really
Yeah.
distorting like crazy.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone mentioned that. Let me switch mics here.
Okay.
Right there.
There we go.
So has
Sounds
anybody
better.
tried to do any FPV or actually drone fishing from? You seen how people will take and get on the beach and send their drone way out with a clothes hanger on it?
Oh, that's what Chris Hope does.
I've never done it. I've
Chris
seen
Hope does
videos
that.
on it. Ken Hubauer actually has the attachment, but I don't know if he's ever done it.
That's a genius idea. I'm just mad that I didn't think of it.
That any better, guys?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
much
that's
Oh
better.
yeah,
Much
much
better.
better.
Now, if we get Tater to turn his up just a wee bit, and Ray just to bump up your mic just a tad bit,
How's that for everybody? Is that better?
that's better.
Okay. You know
Here,
what?
here it is. Here's where we're gonna be,
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
Oh, that's
cool.
nice.
Make it bigger, Art, so people can see.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, how do I do that?
Click on my thumbnail up top, right up. There's a.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There you
There we
go.
go. There we
So,
go.
so
Oh,
this, so this is the park area right here,
Right?
Okay.
and they have a building. They have a building there, but you're just right from this parking lot. You could fly right out over. Looks like you could fly right out over the ocean, and this is the inlet here.
Right.
Oh man, that's
Whoops.
nice.
What did I
That
just
looks
do?
like a good fishing spot.
Yeah, if it rains, y'all can just get under that bridge as long as nobody's
Yep.
living
Yeah.
under there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that looks like a great spot, Mitch. Yeah, definitely. And there'll
Y'all
be a
go
boat
swimming?
parade too. I'm sure a lot of boats
Yeah,
going in and out.
absolutely. Yeah. So that's where we're going to be.
Cool.
Yeah, that looks cool, man. That wouldn't be in
You know
anybody's
what,
way
Mitch?
or
Maybe
anything.
can you do a screenshot of that and send it to me, and I'll add it to the Facebook page. I'm gonna make a Facebook page.
You want me to like this here?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yep. Thank you.
No problem. Let's see if I can just do that right here while we're talking. I will just take and clip this out here
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
and save it.
Snip that bad boy.
Save it.
To my
My dad told
desktop.
me something today, y'all, that since the weather's coming in, the snow, he said, if it's really hot and sticky, that's no time for Dunkin' Dicky. But if there's frost on the pumpkin, that's the time for Dicky Duncan.
Uh,
I don't know what he
say
meant
that
by
3
it.
times fast.
All right, you
Yeah.
can make me small again, Art.
Those are
Alrighty,
words
we'd
of
love
wisdom,
to make
Peter.
you small.
Hmm.
There we go.
I think that's where I get it from. Is he comes up with stuff like that all the time.
So you want me to send you this screenshot? All right, Ray, I'll do that.
So, Mike, it's got to be getting cold up in Syracuse. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's been cold the last couple days up here. It was about 18 degrees this morning or something like that.
Wow.
But it got up to like 30, and then tomorrow's supposed to be like 31. So for us in January, there's like almost next to no snow on the ground. And, going into the second week in January, that's pretty good. If we can get through January without any big snowstorms, I'll be happy. Because then it's just, February and March. Once the end of
Yeah.
March comes, we're out of the woods.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, one of my coworkers that's on my team lives up there in New Jersey. I think they got like 8 inches in one night or something. He sent us a picture, and you could just barely see the top of his minivan and barely see the top of his mailbox post.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had storms like that too, but a lot of the times those nor'easters come up the coast and they'll hit like Philly and Jersey and New York and Boston. And I'm more upstate and a little to the west, and
Yep.
we'll just get the backwash of it.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but then when it starts melting and getting nasty and brown and gushy, it's
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we got a little bit of a lull here. Let's do something a little different. It's called backwards music.
oh, God.
Yeah, so Mike, this might be up your alley. You might like this, so I'm going to share a screen,
Okay.
and I'll remember to share the audio too.
I'll try to be the Kelly Green of the ArtCo show.
There you go.
Okay. All right, so you can see that. Okay. Hopefully it'll work this first time. Okay, let's Let's
I
throw
like
you
that.
something a little easy.
If you got a genre, Art,
It is definitely rock and roll, and there's some old and newer heavy metal in there. So,
All right, it'll make you some
Mike, I
messages.
think you'll get this one. Hopefully, I click on the right one. Okay, here we go.
God.
I'm gonna say
Anybody in
cat
the
scratch
chat?
fever. Cat scratch fever.
No,
Dang.
right
uh,
around that, right around that time, though.
jeez. So in the late 70s?
Yeah,
It sounds
more-
like some Zeppelin or something.
No, definitely not.
If it's not Cat Scratch Fever, it'd be
No,
Is it AC/DC? What's the one song? It's Back in Black.
yep.
sound a little bit like Panama by Van Halen.
Yeah.
Nope.
A couple of the chords sound like that lead that power chord lead. they
Tater,
play in
you
there.
are really close.
Oh man.
Right band, wrong song.
AC/DC, Hell's Bells.
No. Need
Big
to go a
Ball.
little earlier than that.
So it was Ted Nugent then.
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't in AC/DC.
Oh, I thought he said Cat Scratch Fever.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. of.
I must have been listening to jazz when all this was going on because I don't remember any of these things.
Hitman is really close. Name
So
the
it's not Hell's
song.
Bells?
No,
No.
Back in Black.
not Back in Black.
Earlier,
It's earlier.
second singer,
The second.
guy
song.
died.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not good at this.
Me neither, Ray.
I have
Yeah,
a
no,
hard
no,
time
Let's
doing
play
that.
it.
you
Let's
won't
play it
Because
one
my
more
back-
time.
She shook me all night long.
Nope. Wrong singer.
I got the picture.
Oh,
Is it Thunderstruck?
no.
It's not Thunderstruck. No.
You guys are later. I'm talking about earlier.
Man.
Earlier AC/DC.
So this is before they got real famous.
Yeah.
Crap.
Might have to bring an ice bike for this, Art.
Yeah, we need to. Can I make a phone call to Kelly Green real quick?
Yeah, there you
I'm a
go.
friend.
He'd probably be like,
All
"Yeah,
right,
I'll do this."
I'll give it to you guys. It is Sin City.
Sin City. Dadgummit.
Boom, 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 boom.
I love some of the riffs they got are just fantastic.
All right, I'll give you another. Hopefully, this one's easier for you guys. Let's listen to this.
Ballroom Blitz.
I want you to want me.
So do you get a backwards copyright?
Yes, you are correct, Mike Roach.
What was it?
It was
What's the
Cheap
name
Trick.
there?
I want you.
I want you to want me
I
by
want
me.
you to want me.
So do you get a backwards copyright strike, Art?
Hey, Mike,
We'll
you gotta
find
sing-
out.
You got to sing it. For us.
What was the name of that band, Art, that did that?
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick. I saw them in summer 2019. They opened for REO Speedwagon at a concert I went to.
Yeah, that was probably a hell of a concert, man.
Yeah, and Jason Bonham opened No, Jason Bonham opened for Peter Frampton.
Oh,
But
man.
it was a good show anyway.
Yeah, Frampton, he was just awesome.
Yeah, he did all the
He's
Frampton
still
Comes
around.
Alive stuff. It
Yeah,
was awesome.
He's on YouTube, Frampton. I see
Yeah,
him
he
putting
just
out all kinds of news. He's an old fart now.
he would make
Yeah.
it look like he was just bored.
Yeah.
You know, and it'd be like, I'll be here for 45 minutes struggling and maybe get the first bar. And he just makes it look like, hey, I could go to sleep or whatever and still play this.
I just
All right,
want to get one of
guys.
those.
Here's one you might get right off the bat.
Okay.
Take a listen.
Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.
Yay! Taylor's the winner.
I'm on the board.
Stop
sounds
it! You're
like
making my brain hurt.
Way to go, Taylor.
Hey, I didn't want to get
All
too
right,
big.
here's another one that you might get.
Oh, we're going for Guitar Hero.
Keep tricked again.
What's the name of that song?
Oh, God. I had problems getting past that on Guitar Hero for the longest, so I listened to that thing a lot.
Okay, it's what the Germans did in 45.
Surrender.
Surrender.
There you go.
Surrender.
It's 2-2, Tater.
Yeah.
Don't get destroyed again.
I'm
All
trying not
right,
to,
here's
man.
something that this is a little bit newer. Oh, this is more grunge. I think. Let's see if you get this one.
I know this one. I think it was REM.
That's not, REM's not grunge.
Radiohead.
Grunge metal.
Okay.
Soundgarden?
Oh yeah, you're right band. What's the name of the song?
Don't know. I only know the name of the band. I know none of their stuff.
Tater for the tie. For the lead.
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, there you go. Good job. All right, this one could be tough for you guys. This is they're a heavy metal band,
Don't
but
you have any
they're
Guy
more
Lombardo or
melodic.
something
You'll
like that from
like
Mitch?
this. Let's listen to this guy. Hey, Chris, help.
Van Halen.
Way off.
No, even that lead sounds great backwards.
Some of these things probably sound better backwards than they did frontwards.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that more than once.
Hey,
Oh,
Chris Hope.
How
Hey,
you doing,
Chris.
buddy?
Hey, Chris,
Hey,
Hope.
Chris.
Hey, Chris.
You doing, my friend?
Any guesses?
I'm thinking Van Halen with Sammy Hagar.
No.
Oh man, it could be any of them hair bands.
I'll
Ray,
give
what
you a
language are
hint
these
that-
guys speaking?
Yeah,
God only knows.
Yeah,
depends on what they've smoked before the show.
I guess. hair bands and grunge
They've
and
had
all these words that I'd
five
never heard
Hey,
before.
Art,
Big
play a little
albums.
Temptations, will you?
Back in the late 80s.
There you go, Ray.
Yeah,
How many albums, Art?
5 really big albums in the
wasn't
late
Bon
80s.
Jovi, was it?
No.
5 of them. Let's see.
The late 80s.
Dang.
Okay, the The lead guitarist used to be in another big band before joining this band. He was
Well, that narrows
famous
it down
for
right
using
there.
a electric drill in his act, and this is before Van Halen did that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Led
But I can't
Zeppelin?
think of it. Yeah.
Oh, you're way off, Mike. I'll give you another
Yeah, I
hand.
guess
They're
they didn't
bass
have any
players,
stuff in the
another
late
famous bass player.
It's is it Kiss? I don't think Kiss came out with that.
All
many
right, I'm
albums.
gonna have to slap you guys. It's Mr. Big,
Oh.
green tinted '60s mind.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know that one either, Art.
Down here where we're at.
All right, I'll
Stuff
give
to
you
make
something
anyway.
a little.
Can we talk about drones, maybe? Just saying.
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Who's got a new toy? New drone. Let's see what the new. Oh. That's the Disney Top.
Nope.
Down.
Trying to reverse that in my head.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to play it backwards. But
See, this is why this is such a challenge. Some of these songs, you just hear the riff. Oh, yeah, you know the band and the song. But if you heard this band, you've already talked about these guys.
yeah.
I'll give you a hint. They're all the way from down under.
Oh, AC/DC. Yeah.
Okay, what is that song?
Hell's Bells.
God, this is off the same album.
Oh, it's off the same album before I got into them. Let me think about it.
Back in Black.
Bon
That's-
Scott's the singer. Bon
Yeah.
Scott didn't do Back in Black.
Yeah, I get. I have my thing. I don't.
All right, it's Gone Shooting.
Gone shooting. Now, see, that was before I got into them. I got into them with the Back in Black album and wore that tape out.
All right, I'll do one more. This one, if you can't get this one, I'm taking your man card.
Ah,
I got to go get my wife's get mine out of her purse.
Okay, here you go.
Iron Man.
There you go.
Ozzy.
Congratulations.
Like
All
that.
right, we
Go way back. It almost sounds the same backwards as does
It really-
frontwards.
yeah, it does. All righty.
Mitch, you have that on vinyl, don't you?
No, I have a lot of vinyl records, but I was never into rock during
Yeah.
that period of time. I've always been into jazz very heavily, and never listened to any of that stuff. So when you guys talk about metal or you talk about AC/DC, or I couldn't tell you anything about those or the
No.
music that they put out.
When it comes to jazz, who are you into?
Well, I kind of like the traditional jazz, the older stuff. Oscar Peterson, Kenny Barron. Now you never heard of you never heard any of these.
I've heard of
guys.
Oscar Peterson.
I used to like the big band stuff, Buddy Rich, Maynard Ferguson, that
Buddy Rich,
kind
yeah.
of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, old buddy Rick.
Louis Armstrong.
Hey, Joe.
No, I'm
Blow.
was never into Louis Armstrong, and I was never into Dixieland jazz.
Yeah.
And
it sounds the same.
and then they came out with this smooth jazz stuff that most of it all sounds the same, but there are a couple of standouts like Joe Sample, tremendous pianist. So that's the kind of stuff I used to listen to, and I used to play that kind of stuff. So I never got into the rock. I wasn't all that cool when I was a kid. I was a little on the nerdy side, I think.
That's all right. What that? Who's the guy that plays that's the clarinet? That's my dad's.
Oh,
favorite.
Kenny G.
No, not that. Not him. Strangers on the Shore.
Huh.
You know that guy?
Oh, the clarinet. Kenny G plays the sax.
Soprano sax. Yeah, he plays the soprano sax.
This is a clarinet.
I cannot stand Kenny
going
G.
way back to
If I
big
hear
band
Kenny,
stuff.
if I hear a Kenny G song come on anywhere, I shut it off.
It's Ackerbilk.
Ackerville.
Ackerbilk.
I'm not familiar with him. I know that I've heard the name.
Yeah, if you go and listen to some of his songs, you've probably heard his stuff. He used to do a lot of movie stuff, and he's just fantastic on the clarinet.
There's a couple of groups that I listen to these days that you probably have never heard of that are some of the best musicians that I've ever heard on the planet. One of them, believe it or not, is called Snarky Puppy.
Snarky Puppy.
Snarky Puppy.
Okay, I like the name.
These guys, it'll blow your mind, and they have a young, he's in his 20s now, a young black organist named Corey Henry, who is probably one of the best keyboard artists of his generation. He's tremendous. I've been listening to a lot of that lately, a lot of their stuff. But you look up this Snarky Puppy.
Snarky.
You can on YouTube. They have all their stuff is on YouTube.
It sounds like Dan's old YouTube channel. Snarky Puppy.
Yeah, I know it's a strange name, but the guy who is the head honcho of the group is his name is Michael League. He's a bass player, guitar player, but primarily bass, and he actually is the driving force behind this band. And they've lately gotten together with David Crosby.
Oh, from Crosby.
All right.
From Crosby, Stills, and Nash, yeah. And he and Michael League, the bass player who plays guitar with him, have been doing some stuff lately. And of course, David is getting up there in years. He was always
Joe Bonamassa.
Oh yeah, Joe
yeah.
Bonamassa.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
He's not from this planet, I don't think. He's got to be an alien.
There's another organist. His name is Joey DiFrancesco. Big fat guy. He's an incredible organist too. And all these guys there, you can find all their stuff on YouTube.
They probably play the Hammond B3
Oh, the Hammond B3. Yeah. Oh yeah.
with the rotary speaker.
Yep.
One of my favorites, besides the Temptations, is Jimmy Buffett.
Oh,
yeah,
I like
like
Jimmy
his
Buffett. You
music.
got if you live in Florida, you got to like Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you know, half of my wardrobe is based on Jimmy Buffett. You know.
Yeah. He's got a casino down the road, Margaritaville.
Yep,
It's fantastic, man.
that's what I've heard.
Cool.
We got one, down here, Mitch, in South Florida, in Hollywood, on Margaritaville.
Yeah, they got one in Disney too. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been to Disney in so long, but I think
There's a Margaritaville right here in the local mall.
Oh,
Of
really?
course, all the restaurants are pretty hurting in there right now, but
yeah.
you know.
Do you have to wear
Matt Cundiff has ever been there. He's down by Fort Lauderdale, so he might have went to it.
do you have to wear a Hawaiian, flowered tropical shirt when you go in there?
All you gotta do is bring money.
Money.
Yeah.
You're
really
gonna laugh, Mitch, but I specifically went out and bought one of these Hawaiian Florida Hula shirts.
For my live stream.
Yeah.
Okay,
I haven't had
all
a
right.
chance to wear it yet.
All right, Sunday night, man. Bring it on.
Santa brought it, actually.
Cool.
I wanted to get one like Magnum PI, man.
Yeah, I got a whole closet full of those.
You could rock that Hawaiian shirt, and they had those shorts on, man. All the women had that mustache.
Yeah. Now he's selling reverse mortgages.
I just don't get it.
I actually was out there in the mid '80s. That's the last time I wore a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh,
And,
really?
I saw
man.
the Ferrari, one of the Ferraris that they used for the show.
Oh, cool.
That's
And I
And-
also saw one of the guys who played his friends. One of his friends there was a black guy, and the other guy who ran the
TC
club.
and Rick.
TC, yeah. I
Yeah.
saw him at the hotel I was staying at. He was having some drinks with his
Man,
friends.
That'd
And the
be
waitress
cool.
was like, "Go around and take a look. You'll see one of the Magnum PI guys." And I just went by him. I didn't say anything, you know.
Did he have his helicopter, his little used
No,
helicopter parked out in the parking lot?
Yeah, island hoppers.
so that was TC that flew the helicopter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick was the
Hi,
Rick-
Joe
That was a
Blaylock.
good
How you
show.
doing,
I
buddy?
enjoyed that show.
And Rick was also in Baba Black Sheep before.
Oh, was he?
on.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
Magnum
right.
PI.
Rick Minetti, or Larry Minetti
Larry
is the
Minetti.
actor's name.
They're
Yeah.
they're
And
starting
he
to
also
show the
played in the
there's-
new Magnum PI.
yeah, they're starting to show that on one of the on Ion TV, you know, on one of the local broadcast stations here. Now they've started showing the new improved Hawaii 5.0. They
Oh,
have
man.
you know, they have House, they have Monk on that's on a different network, but
That's on
H&I, House and Monk and MacGyver and
MacGyver.
of course MacGyver he turned into the guy on Stargate.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
David something Anderson.
Though, as much
Yeah,
as I hate
Richard
to admit
Dean
it,
Anderson.
Yeah, Dean and yeah.
there's a guy that lived not too far from where we're at. His name was John Michael Vincent. He was the guy on Airwolf.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
remember
Oh,
him.
Dan Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was good.
man.
He's dead.
Yeah, he
Yep.
went down bad, man.
Yep.
Yeah, when you seen him later on, he went to the same place every day and drank or something. And they're like, hey, if you go in there, he'll be in there. But he didn't even he looked like a totally different person. You'd have probably
Right.
Right.
guessed it.
Yeah, when he was back in the 70s, when he was on top of his game, in that movie The Mechanic with Charles Bronson,
Yeah.
you know, he was like the hot thing and mess your life up, you know.
Yeah, he screwed his life up bad. Apparently, it was just more drinking than anything. But I mean, it was like drinking on another level. You know,
Yeah.
the Keith Whitley kind of drinking.
Well, guys, it's about that time. It is time for Toffee Trivia.
Right.
Yes, it's that time where I give you a little trivia question, and the first person to get this answer correctly is the winner of a nice little box of Enstrom's Premium Almond Toffee. All right,
Man.
this is a little bit of World War II history.
Uh-oh.
Name the general captured in the early part of World War II. We're talking about the Pacific.
So it wasn't Patton.
And the
He's
panel is
going.
qualified.
He's Googling.
Are we
Yeah,
talking
we're Googling.
in
We're Googling.
general or
All right, Keith,
I got it.
You could get it if you want to. Just yell it out there.
Mitch
I got it. I got it.
Hap Arnold?
Richard O'Connor.
Okay.
That's what it says here.
I'm going to win one of them toppies one of them days.
Alec Guinness?
Did Mitch get it? Oh, no.
No, I guess
And
not.
General, U.S. General, not
Oh, no.
British
Oh,
General.
you didn't say it had to be United
I'm
U.S.
sorry,
General.
I
Come on now.
Douglas MacArthur.
He wasn't captured.
Was
Uh,
it Wainwright?
How could he
Jonathan
return if
Wainwright?
He was captured.
Jonathan Wainwright?
Ooh.
Frederick Paulus?
Mitch is a winner, chicken dinner.
Again.
All right. Hey,
Yay.
congratulations, Mitch.
Yeah.
Don't congratulate me. Congratulate Google. They know everything.
Man, what would we do if we didn't have Google? We'd all be at the library.
We'd be using
Yep.
DuckDuckGo, which is what we all should be using.
Man, I used
Yeah,
to
that's-
use Alta Vista back in the day when we
I'm
Yeah.
starting to use DuckDuckGo, and the reason I'm
I'm
starting to use it is because it works just as good as Google, and it doesn't track a damn thing.
and you
Exactly.
can use Tor browser.
I won't use
free
Chrome
download.
and I won't use Google,
Google search. Oh, I'll tell you, I've gotten to the point now where I've turned off my Amazon Echoes. I don't, because they listen to you all day. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm screaming obscenities at the televisions in the morning, and they're probably keeping a dossier on me somewhere.
You
Yeah,
made
they
the
got a
list.
file, Mitch. They definitely got a
Yeah.
file on you.
Yeah, you're on the list, man.
You know what? Another thing is that tracks what you do is the Facebook app. It works in the background, and it tracks just about everywhere you go. And that's why you see so many ads on your Facebook feed.
Yeah.
They're not listening to you. They're just basically following your every move while the Facebook app runs in the background.
Yeah, Google
And,
does that.
so-
Google sends me a thing once a month and says, "Here's where you were last month," and shows me a map every day of every place I went, every place I traveled.
They know where you're going to go before you do.
Oh, I think they do. They know
And
what
they-
you're gonna. They know what you want to buy before you even think about it.
And
Right.
these kids that want to do murders and stuff, it's like, their phone just tracks you everywhere.
Yeah.
Even if you turn it off, and I'm like, makes it so easy for the
Well,
cops.
if you were smart, you'd loan your phone to somebody else before you went out to do your
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah, that's what Matt Cundiff just said. You can turn off locations.
Yeah, I know you can turn it off, but it's you get used to that. The problem is they sucked us all in with the convenience of having all these things.
Yeah, we're all cyborgs.
And now that they've sucked us into this, we can't live without them.
Yep, we're
Right.
cyborgs.
I was an
Michael
early
from
adopter
Flyzone.
on the Amazon Echo, but when it was almost like a beta thing, but I don't know. I just I only use it to control a couple light switches and stuff, which is convenient for me. But other than that, I would get rid of it. I've got the Apple speaker. It's not as smart, but everything stays on the speaker.
Yeah.
At least that's according to Apple.
Yeah, that's what they say. But
Smart, Matt. Like,
I just wonder if just everything is actually sent out over the internet.
Oh,
Well, we're-
Anyway,
We're
Yeah.
speaking
I
on
started to
Google
say-
right now.
Michael from Flyzone Drone Quadcopters is here. Art, how you doing?
hey, greetings.
hey, Michael.
how you doing? Another Michael. God, we got
Flyzone
15
drone
Michaels here tonight.
Quadcopters.
We got some Michaels in there.
Oh, as a matter of fact, when I went to buy the Enstrom almond toffee,
You did
the
not.
cashier
You didn't
was
buy it.
her name was Alexa.
Oh, man.
So while
thanks
she
much
Can
for
you
covering her.
imagine?
I said,
Can you
Alexa,
imagine?
pay my bill.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you were a girl with the name Alexa these days?
Yeah.
Or Karen.
Oh
Oh,
God,
man.
Karen.
You
Yeah.
won't be a Karen,
Yeah,
man.
God
That's
forbid.
bad news. You're Karen, man. I have an aunt Karen, and that's pretty spot on.
I tell you, I hate commercials that use the name Alexa. It's like, stop saying the damn word. You're setting off my speaker all the
Well,
time.
they have a way of when they broadcast it, they're supposed to encode it with some
Right.
frequency, which causes your device to ignore it.
Right.
Yeah,
But
and
not all
that
of them
usually works. But when Ken Heron shouts out, "Tell me a joke," everybody's thing goes off.
Right. You can make it respond to either Echo or computer.
Yeah, I can't even imagine having you'd be
Computer,
sounding
it
like
sounds like
Scotty
Star
in
Trek.
Star Trek.
Computer. No, it's like
Computer.
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 Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a
we
hard enough time
invented
talking to Siri.
transplanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siri is. We need to have a battle of what is it? Siri, Google Assistant, Alexa, and Cortana, like a four-way cage match.
Yeah.
Nah, I think Google and Amazon kind of have it
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got it.
Amazon.
down
is,
pretty well. They have it down pretty well.
I
They-
think I'm
they-
going to change Siri's accent though. I guess you can
Oh, yeah.
different accents, so I'm going to change.
I've got mine as the Irish female.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't hear
nice.
Oh,
that
cool!
one.
I'm going to have
I gotta check it
Alexa
out,
speak
Mike.
to me in Chinese, and then I won't understand a word of it. That would be great.
If you can get the Australian female is really sexy for her. The Waze app, Ken Hoffbauer, whenever we was hanging out up here, he used the Waze app, and I put it on my phone, and then I realized you could make the turn-by-turn directions the voice of the Cookie Monster.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
really?
So I set
No, I didn't
I
know
set
that.
it up on my wife's thing and put the Cookie Monster in it. So we're driving down the highway and I was like, "At the next light, turn right."
That's great.
Cookie.
Cookie.
Oh, but you know what? You definitely do not want the Filipino or Filipina Siri, because it'll judge you, because you'll ask Siri, I need directions to 7-Eleven. No, this is Siri. Why you want to go to 7-Eleven? You getting fat. You need to walk over there.
You're trying to drive.
And you want to marry one of them, huh?
Not all of them are like that.
No, there's some good ones.
You don't marry him, you just play checkers for a while.
Hey, that's a good way to put it. You're friends with benefits.
But when you marry a Filipina, you marry the family.
Yep.
So, but
My dad was
if you
married.
get on their good side, boy, they treat you like a king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said
Hey,
that whenever
Mitch,
he went there, the whole family came to the house and just stayed. And then when he's like, look, we can't do any private stuff that everybody's here. Oh, yeah, well, they don't have anywhere else to go, and they don't have any money to go to the hotel. So my dad's like, hey, here, we're going to send the whole family to the hotel. So apparently that's one of the things they do.
Mitch, I just want to let you know that tomorrow's Fly for Fun show that Johnny and I do is going to have two great FPV pilots on it, John Cuppy and the Drone Bump.
Oh,
What time is that? What time is
4
your
p.m.
show?
Eastern.
4
4
p.m.
p.m.
Okay.
Eastern.
we need to have an
4
FPV
p.m.
demolition
what,
derby.
Eastern?
Yeah, demolition derby.
Well,
yeah.
we got
They were doing jousting.
we got Carlos and Bum jousting now. They're doing jousting with their tiny whoops.
I bet
Well-
that'd be a lot harder than you think it is.
It
Get
is.
everybody in like a 3-inch.
Yeah.
And put them in a soccer field somewhere, and then last drone in the air is the winner.
We used to do that with little model airplanes. We used
Yeah.
to tie streamers, crepe paper streamers on the
Yeah.
back and try to chew the streamers off with a
Yeah.
propeller. Yeah.
That was fun, man.
Cheap. You build real cheap airplanes and you just wreck the hell out of them.
Yep, foamies, man. You get those foamies out there with the toilet paper hanging off the back. If you didn't have the money for the paper, and just let her rip. That's that would really improve your skills, though. I seen a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people that would tell me, "Look, I was really crappy pilot, but when I started,
Prove your building skills too,
yeah,
because you got to build a lot of them.
yeah, you're gonna be doing some building. Bring the duct tape and whatever you glue the foam together with."
Well, I had a tragedy in my flying the other day.
Uh-oh.
I broke
Well,
I
tell
broke
us,
a
What happened?
propeller. I actually broke a propeller. Can you imagine?
No.
Oh, man.
I did. I broke this little 2.5-inch prop. Two of the 3 blades flew it right into a
That
tree.
sounds like an interesting story. Tell us. How
Well,
did
I
that
mean,
happen?
I don't, I usually brag about how I don't break things, and then I went and broke a propeller. But the good news is, the new one came in today,
Ah,
so I
was you
can
trying
fix.
to shoot a gap and didn't make it?
No, I was just I was doing some flying around trees and things, and zigged when
Okay.
I should have zagged, and went right, it hit the tree and fell down. And what broke the prop was it was a Cinewhoop, and it had the prop guard on it.
Oh,
Right.
So when it
something got
hit,
in there?
the prop guard probably flexed enough for the propeller to hit it, and I think that's what broke it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
it
happens
was-
when you get in limb avoidance mode.
Yeah, but everybody brags about the fact that they've got 55-gallon drums full of broken props. These FPV guys, and I say that I guess I'm way too cautious because I don't break props. And
Well, they probably got bags full, and sponsors would keep them stocked up. So
well,
that-
probably, but the props are a set of these are like $2.50 for a set of 4. I mean, they're cheap. Props are
There
the
you
cheapest
go.
part of FPV flying.
what's the best color to get?
I don't since you're flying through the goggles, it doesn't matter.
Well, the transparent ones, the transparent orange, you would think you could see them, but I spun some of them off of that little tiny whoop and never could see them. I had to get Colton to come out there and look for me.
Oh, you
Maybe
mean to
that's
find
maybe-
when it goes down in the grass? I
Yeah,
would
when
I
it
would
takes
imagine
off.
some bright fluorescent yellow or orange would probably be
Yeah.
the easiest to
Yep.
find.
I don't know why they all make the translucent blades. I figured
Well, a
they.
lot of guys think that if you have props in your shot in your camera, that the
Oh.
translucent props don't show up as much. That's
Oh.
one reason for it. But
Well, guys, I got some tea out in the other room cooling down, so I'll head out and see if anyone else wants to pop in.
all right,
Okay.
Mike, good to see
Good
you,
to
buddy.
see you,
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Good to
to
see
see
you
you,
guys,
Mike.
Tater.
Hey, I'm going to leave you with a little word of wisdom here. You know what's scarier than seeing a spider in your room?
Let your wife see it.
Is when he disappears.
That's true. All right, Art, thanks a lot.
All right. Take
Ray?
care, man.
All right.
Take
Have a
care,
good
Mike.
night, Mike.
Good to see
Take
you.
care,
Good
Mike.
to see you. And Keith, good to meet you.
Good meeting you, mate.
All right, take care, guys.
See you
All
later.
right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
I figured old Chris Hope
Alrighty,
would
now
wanna
we
jump
gotta
on.
wait for James all the way from the Philippines to show up. He's probably eating waffles right now.
Yeah, what is it?
What time is it there, Art?
It is, let's see, it's 15 hours difference from here, so let's see.
11 o'clock?
It's
11
about
a.m.
9:21.
Oh, that's
AM
15 from
Sunday.
you. Yeah, that's
Yeah, we don't
that'd be
have-
13
oh.
from us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right. So it's 8. Yeah. When I was calling my dad out there, I never could figure the time out exactly right, and I was like, "Well, you know what time it is over here. Just call when you know I'm gonna be awake. You know, send me a text." And he got over there, man, and he was at every what is it, Super Bee or what is it, Jolly Bee?
Jollibee, yep, that's
Never heard of that.
the place to go in the Philippines. It's kind of like the McDonald's meets KFC.
Yeah, they have everything, man. You want to go in
Yep.
there and get some spaghetti?
They have
with chicken on it.
spaghetti.
Yeah, they got waffles, pancakes.
Yep.
You're in Mountain Time, Art? Mountain?
Yes, I am in Mountain Time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that always messes me up because our home office is in Denver, so all their 8 o'clock meetings are actually 7 o'clock for us, so we
Yep.
get up early.
hmm And over there in the Philippines at McDonald's, they also have spaghetti and chicken.
Do they really?
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, that's different. Yeah, totally
Yeah,
different.
it is different. And their idea of spaghetti is way different than ours. The sauce is sweeter instead of,
Oh.
you know, how we like it kind of spicy and
Yeah.
tomatoey tasting.
Tangy.
Where over there it tastes kind of like ketchup.
Golly.
Well, it's a difference between, the Oriental people, lo mein, they have noodles in everything, and their sauces tend to be sweeter. And Italians, of course, is what we think of spaghetti is Italian sauce.
Tangy.
Yeah, with some garlic in it and some onions.
Oh yeah.
We
peppers.
tried a new Italian restaurant here, and it's pretty good. The sauce is very, very good. Sweet Italian sauce. Yep.
Really, they put a lot of them put a little sugar in it to sweeten it up too. I don't like that. I like it a little on the tangier side, but
Yep.
Probably you like that sauce that they cook real slow all day on the stove.
yeah, you remember the movie Goodfellas?
Yeah,
you know,
where
when
it's a-
when,
yeah,
when
that's
they're always cooking. They call it gravy. They don't call it sauce.
Yeah.
They call it gravy. They're always cooking that stuff. Looks so good too.
My when I lived in Las Vegas, my girlfriend's father was friends with all those people in real life. I didn't know that at the time.
And Goodfellas?
And Goodfellas. He grew up in the same neighborhood. He knew Paulie. He lived right across from the place where he said, "Oh yeah, everybody in the neighborhood knows them."
I locked up the one guy and his son.
Yeah.
Did you?
He was found dead about a year later.
Oh man. Yeah, there was a bunch of people out there. You look Vegas, there's so many celebrities and people out there that if somebody tells you something half the time, it's probably true. And the only redeeming quality that I had was his wife was from Shreveport, Louisiana, and she liked me being around because it reminded her of home.
Ah,
So
Hey, I want to say hello to RC Funds Diversions.
how you doing, buddy?
hey, there he
Welcome,
is.
welcome. Hey, Chris, I'll send you a link if you want to pop in if you're able.
Oh man, he deep.
Yeah, I'm
fried.
going to pop out here in a minute or so, Art.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I
So,
hadn't eaten nothing today, man. I'm ready to eat something. Some of this
Yeah,
deer.
and I just wanted to stop by so you didn't think that I was
Yeah,
ignoring
we
you.
miss you.
I missed you last week, but
Mitch, if you're going to go one day this week, let me know and I'll take a ride up and I'll meet you.
Oh,
up there.
oh,
Maybe
to
we
check
can
it
go to
out?
lunch or something.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. Let's do. Let me look for a day that might be a great day to fly, and then
Yep.
I'll go down there and we'll meet up down there and we'll scope the area out.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. All right, I will.
Okay.
I'll see all you guys tomorrow night if you care to
All
show up
right.
give me a thumbs down. Art, you need to work on your game a little bit. You only have 2 thumbs downs now. Whereas I managed to. It's probably me.
Oh.
Whereas I managed to get 5 last week.
Hey, come.
Oh man,
Well,
I'll tell
didn't
you.
you get like 10 one time?
Well,
and
yeah,
then-
but they took them all back. That was
Yeah.
because I was making fun of the thumbs down, so they all gave me a thumbs down. But then when it was all over with, I think I only had 1.
Hey, it all works out in the end, right?
But last week I got 5, and I just decided that instead of getting pissed about it, I'm gonna brag about it.
That's what Dobro does. He'll put a whole thread up about somebody. Ken does that too sometimes.
Yeah, but you
What,
don't
the
want
thumbs-
to put a negative comment in his chat.
No, don't put.
Yeah, well,
That's for sure.
My feeling on the thumbs down is I don't mind if there's something that we do on our shows that people don't like, but they're not doing us any favor if they don't tell us what it is. How the hell can we maybe try to improve whatever it is that they don't like? I think it's just nasty people trying to,
It
just
is.
being
It could be
nasty.
they don't like the color of your
Trolls.
hat. Or,
Yeah, they just I don't know about you. I've never given anybody a thumbs down for anything. Instead of hitting the thumbs
Yeah,
down
same
button,
here.
I basically just close the window
Yeah.
and don't watch anymore if I don't like it.
Yeah,
But
the thing.
there's a lot of mean, miserable people out there these days,
Yeah.
and it's
it
just
really
getting worse.
is, man. They
So,
need help.
on that light note, guys, I will see you. I will see you tomorrow
All
night,
right,
8
I'm gonna
o'clock.
go get me some deer meat, everybody.
All right.
All right, it's good to
All right.
see y'all.
Good night,
care.
guys.
Good to see you,
Ride
Mitch.
safe.
Thanks for coming in. All right, we're down to 4. We could, and Tater's gone, and Keith and Ray is still here. I just sent a link to Steve Carpenter. Maybe he'll jump in. Oh, there's Chris Hope. We'll send him a link, and maybe he'll pop in, and then we'll finally have Hope on this show.
That's fun.
Well, I'll tell you.
Go ahead, tell us.
Okay,
Ray?
I'll tell you. There's a new. I'm trying to tell you because I forgot the name of the channel, but there's a fishing channel that I know you'd like, Art. It's called Joe VT Fishing. Very, very good. I just found it the other day.
Okay, well, send me the link you on Facebook, and that'll help out. Yeah, cool. Keith, what do you do besides drones and jeeps?
Well, I still work full time, so that takes most of my time up.
Okay,
Droning and jeeping and looking for World War II history. That's what I'm really into.
there you go. Hmm.
There's a lot of old bunkers down in Galveston that used to be part of the protected coastline
Right?
bunkers. A lot of them are buried by sand completely now. I remember them being there when I was a kid. My dad used to take us through them, and then as years passed by, they closed them up where you couldn't get in them anymore, and now they're just completely covered by sand. I know they're still there, but they're no longer accessible. Some of them are still accessible.
Right.
But, I'm really into. I've always been into that kind of stuff. Just have recently, in the past year or so, started trying to document some of it. It's disappearing too fast, and the younger generation's just not going to know about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And there's another battleship that's not too far from you. If you go over to Mobile, Alabama, there's the USS Alabama that's parked
Yeah.
right there that you could check out. And then if you go further east, you could go to USS North Carolina in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, if you go up there, you can fly right by the ship, Art.
Hopefully if I'm in Mobile, I'd like to fly around there. But down there where Keith is, where the battleship Texas, I hope they save that ship. Boy, that ship is it's a World War One battleship that fought in World War Two, and boy, that's a piece of history.
Actually,
Right?
when it was launched, it was the most powerful single weapon in the entire world.
Right. And it had 10 14-inch guns on it.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got an email from a volunteer that's working on it just today, as a matter of fact, that said what they're looking at is floating it to dry dock and then replacing the entire hull and painting it back into the old Pacific Ocean.
Right.
Still no place has been decided as to where they're going to redisplay it at. They're not going to leave it where it is. It just doesn't get enough payable traffic out there. So they're going to move it somewhere else, but that hasn't been decided yet. I suspect it's going to wind up somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which right now, the Seawolf Park I was at today, they've got a destroyer escort, they've got the Kabbalah submarine, and they've got an old cargo ship from World War One.
Right.
It's been sunk out there. It's an old cargo ship that was made out of concrete during a steel short. It was damaged on a beginning, and being made out of concrete, it was too difficult to repair. So they just backed it up out of the way and sank it right there. About half of it is still above water.
Right.
So that'd be great.
Chris Hope.
Texas there.
Chris Hope mentioned in the chat that he thinks that they fixed the leaks with foam.
Yeah, that was in my last video. They have put in thousands of gallons of expanding foam to fix the leaks just long enough to get it to dry dock. I was confused as to how they were going to get that out of there because I worked with some of that stuff before. It's not hard to remove. I mean, it's not easy to remove. But they told me they're going to get it out with high pressure water. So.
Hey, Keith, there are folks in the chat. They're having a hard time hearing you. If you could do something to up your volume on your microphone or get the microphone closer to your mouth, like what?
All right, I'm gonna go. Like Mike said, I got some tea.
Okay, well, thank you for
I've been
stopping
eating
by,
my chocolate
Ray.
chip cookies in
Good
front of
to see
everybody,
you.
and that's not nice.
Thanks for eating those cookies in front of you. Hey, all
Good
the
night,
way
everybody.
from Lipa City, Philippines, let's welcome James from My PI Dream. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Magandang
Magandang Magandang gabi in your neck of the woods.
Yes, that's true. And this is Keith over here. He's
Hey there,
from,
Keith.
a Jeep, a drone, and an old man.
Well, Art, I wasn't ignoring you this morning. We were indeed having waffles. I think you mentioned that this morning. So we were sitting over there, and you can probably see back there. When we watch you on the big screen back there. We can't comment or anything like that. So this morning, normally I have the laptop out on the lanai off the guest room. And I'll sit there and I'll watch and I'll comment in with you. But it's so windy We've had, I guess it's this time of year. I don't remember it during the years before, but for the past, I'm going to say 2 weeks, I mean, every single day almost. It's some time of the day we're getting up to like 20, 25 mile an hour winds here. And this morning it's been really windy. And then it'll calm down. It'll be nice. I've been watching you from there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cool.
So I saw you had quite the guest panel there this morning. Yeah, I think you had six people this morning.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
6 people on. Hey, there's a little bit echo, James, because you have the TV on.
No, I don't, but let me stand by. Let me get my headset.
Okay. All right, a little bit of echo there. And we're having a hard time hearing you, Keith.
All right.
Now, in the Philippines, there's an island there that's called, oh God. Anyway, what they did is they converted this island into a cement battleship. They put 2 battleship turrets on it. They had 14-inch guns on it.
How's that? My volume any better?
You're a little high.
A little high.
Let me turn down my headphones. There we go.
How's that? How's that, Art?
Oh, much better.
Good.
How about my side? Is this better? No echo?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay. My headset was down in the basement. I thought it was up here.
Okay.
So I had to run downstairs and grab the headset. So, how's everybody doing?
Doing great. Your day is starting, our day is ending.
Yep, that's the truth. So we went through like a real bit bad cold spell here last night. I was thinking about looking for a sweater. We were down to 72 here. That was so cold. But I think we're gonna hit a high today of about maybe 78. So I think I might be able to put the sweater back here in a little bit if I go outside.
I completely understand. Here in Texas, I always tell people water freezes at 70 degrees because it barely gets colder than that.
Yeah.
Although today we had 54 degrees and I thought I was in Antarctica. It was cold.
But it seems like our climate here kind of follows the climate in North America, although we don't reach the cold temperatures. But when it's cold here and we get all the clouds in the sky like we normally have in end of November, December, January, like in Charleston, it's just the same kind of like here. It's the clouds. We've been getting lots of clouds. Unfortunately, we get the winds here because all the winds that are coming from the sea, and we're an island, so it's just coming from the sea. We've been getting a lot of that. But I don't remember it in the previous 3 years. I don't remember it being anything like this consistently day after day after day. But then again, most of the time I'm working, stuff like that, so I don't really pay too much of attention. I'm kind of chilling right now. You see, we haven't really been posting a lot of videos here lately because that 60 odd days of doing the pool build kind of burned me out a little bit, but we're starting to slowly get back. As a matter of fact, I'm editing. You'll see, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I took all the time-lapse video, all the time-lapse of the pool build. I think we started on day 3 all the way, and I think I got it up to around day, I'm going to say 58 or 59 of the 61 days. And I compressed it all down into, I think it's about 15 or 20 minutes. So you'll see the full 2 months worth of building in about 20 minutes. Yeah, so that's just the time lapse. Then I still have all the drone, which is what you'll probably be interested in.
Oh, cool.
So what we'll do is we'll take the drone footage on a subsequent video, and we'll do the same thing. We'll compress all of it from a bird's eye view, looking from nothing but, I don't think I started the drone until about a week into the project. So you'll see the whole will probably be mostly built when we do that. I wish I would have started from day one. I kind of changed my philosophy and strategy from the very beginning as I went through it. But I think I think you'll really enjoy that video as well as the time lapse.
Yeah, I love time lapse. I love time lapse video of any type almost.
I do too. Any type of construction,
Yeah.
especially any of the DIY projects that people post on YouTube.
Yep,
I
yep.
love the time lapse inside, because sometimes you watch the some of the builds that people do, and you're like, I need to fast forward to the next step. I need to fast forward.
Right. I see. I see Yowie P51 has seen the Mighty Mo under her own power. I have got to be jealous of that. I've never seen a World War II class battleship under its own power, so I'm definitely jealous of that.
Yeah, it's presently parked at Pearl Harbor, just down the slip from the Arizona, where you got the beginning of World War II and the end of World War II.
Yep.
And where James is, well, there's Corregidor, and there's some ruins of the fort that's there, where hopefully James will do a video for us on one of his island excursions around the Philippines. He went to Palawan, which was really beautiful.
Yeah, James, have you ever been to the statues of MacArthur coming in from the beach? There's some statues down there. I've seen pictures of them. I've never seen them, but I've seen pictures of MacArthur and a couple other soldiers coming in from the water on the beach. The statues are actually on the beach.
And that's what's the actual location?
No, I'd have to find out. I just know it was in the
I'm
Philippines.
wondering if that's in Manila.
Well, I don't know, but down in Palawan, we had troops that were down there. And they're the ones that got imprisoned, and they made that escape tunnel. I showed that in one of our Palawan episodes inside there, where there's like a well, and they were able to escape through the well. But I think we lost a lot of soldiers there during that turnover.
Yeah.
But I think Ness, do you know where MacArthur? Where did MacArthur? Where? Leyte. Oh, in Leyte.
Oh,
yeah, she's in Leyte.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, she said Leyte. She knows. She's a history teacher.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Not for the Philippines. She does U.S. She teaches U.S. American history, but that's part of U.S. American history, right?
Yes,
there.
it is. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have to refer over to her over there when it comes to any of these educational type of questions.
She's the household expert.
Well, she's not only the household expert. She actually, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. She writes the textbooks for American high school students on U.S. history. She's accredited to do that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So the books that they're actually reading is the text that she created. She does all the research and she writes that, and then it's edited but yeah, that's one of her.
I wonder if she understands how important her work is, because that's vitally important work.
She does. I think she does, and you're absolutely correct to make sure that all the information accurately as possible continues, so that we learn from the past.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Very, very important.
The people that we grew up with that actually lived those experiences are rapidly being depleted.
Going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not far behind them. So somebody's got to carry on that knowledge.
Yeah. I think you were just talking a little while ago about Pearl Harbor. I don't think we have very many of the Pearl Harbor veterans that are still left. I think.
No, I don't think there are. I work in a senior community. We have a lady that was a nurse at Pearl Harbor the day it was attacked.
Wow.
And she still remembers that even though she's having memory issues now, she still remembers that just as vividly as she remembers anything.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing when you talk about people who have the memory problems. Because my father also, my father is 83, but he also, and he's actually in a veterans home. It's like an assisted
Right.
living facility. And he's always had problems as far as I can remember with memory. But I think most of it's short term. But he remembers the day he enlisted in the Navy. He can tell you about every detail about every ship and about the bunks and the stuff that are on the shelf inside the rooms. He can talk about when he got married to my mom back in 50, 57, 56. And he can remember all those fine details like your friend probably does.
Yeah.
But if you ask him what he had for breakfast yesterday, nah.
Yeah, she's the same way. Yeah, same way.
Well, one of the local radio stations here did an interview of a sailor that was on the USS Maryland that was attacked at Pearl Harbor. Oh, I'm back.
You need a beer.
Anyway.
You need a beer next to you.
Yeah.
And the vaccine. Did you get your vaccine shot yet?
No, not yet. I did get the flu shot a couple weeks ago.
Okay, good for you. I have a dilemma. I need the vaccine shot. I got to go back to the U.S. because they're not available yet here. But I can't go back to the U.S. because they won't let me back into the Philippines.
That's right. And I just heard that they're suspending the SSRV.
Well, they did that once before. I remember I reported that they suspended it, and they said they were expecting it to change. It was only supposed to be a very short term. And the main reason that they suspended the SRRV program was because, and I'll say it, it was the Chinese were taking advantage of the SRRV, and there were people that were coming in that were 35 years old. Remember, this is a retirement program. But they were using it. They were using it as a way to come into the country and set up businesses. An easy way. It was a loophole. So the Philippine Retirement Authority, along with the government, they kind of closed that up. And then they were supposed to have reopened it. I haven't gotten anything back from our official back up at the PRA up in Manila. But I didn't hear about any additional. So do you have news on that? Sounds like you do.
Yes, there's a local guy here in Colorado. He's married to a Filipina, and he constantly does updates on visas in the Philippines. Well, because he's married to a Filipina, and one of their channels is dedicated to fiancé visas, the K1 and the CR. Oh, there's the other one where you marry in the Philippines and you want to bring her here. What's
Well, it's the fiancé visa for coming back to the U.S. You have to have that.
Well, yeah, that's the K1 visa where you bring her and you get married here in the States, and then there's the other visa where you already married her in the Philippines, and then you want to bring her to the States, and that's another different visa, and they constantly do updates on the visa process, and because of COVID and when Trump became president, that changed the requirements as well, and that made the process longer, and it costs more, but because of the virus, it really messed up things for folks.
So for now, what are the current changes? The one that you were just saying, as far as You said they stopped, they shut it back down again?
Yeah, they suspended the SSRV. I didn't catch how long it's going to be, so hopefully it's not for very long, and they'll start it up again. Uh, I'm guessing maybe in a month or two. I don't know.
Yeah,
Depends
I not necessarily the SRRV, but there's bands. They added many additional
Right,
bands
and
right now,
then
and
I
that's
heard
because of
about-
that's because of the additional, the different strains of the COVID that what they say originated maybe in the UK and then have spread to different places. So they put a ban. I'm going to tell you, I think they put a ban on almost everybody right now. I mean, it's all the major countries, at least 40 plus countries at the very beginning. They announced a ban for entry into the Philippines, and a lot of the bans even are for Filipinos that are out of the country about reentry. And I don't know if it's a full ban or if they have a restriction where they have to go to an accredited facility where they have to do the 14-day quarantine.
Right.
It changes. It's like you said, the rules change. It seems like from day to day. But,
Right.
but I know it's a lot stricter. There's a lot more attention. The Philippines is also increasing their quarantines. They have like different quarantine levels.
Right.
And where
Yeah.
we were all back like in GCQ, general community quarantine, which is a normal social distancing, wear your mask and face shield. What they're doing, they're increasing it to the higher levels now in specific communities that have more infection rate. Notably, most of them right now, and it's a quite large area. It's the MECQ, the Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine, and it just adds more restrictions. Some places it was like at the very beginning when they were basically lockdowns. They're starting to do lockdowns again.
Right.
But this is in response. This is in response to the additional strains of the COVID that are starting to show up here and there.
Right. Now, Will Dosovich, he came back to the Philippines with his mom, and they had to stay at a hotel in Manila for, I think, like 24 to 48 hours to get their results from their test. They took a test before they left. Then they had to take another one when they got here. And I think in about 24 hours they got the results. They were good. So his mom has family in Mindoro, so they probably went down there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I think we'll be able to beat all this if we stick to strict protocol, and everybody gets the vaccine. The vaccine is the main thing. So, but I've heard nothing. Again, I don't watch the news in the Philippines, even though I live here. I don't watch it nearly as much as I watch the U.S. television, because what you see right there, that's actually my VPN to my VPN server back at our residence in the U.S. So everything, the CBS, ABC,
Right.
all the news is that we watch on this TV right here. So what Ness does, she follows GMA, I think it's GMA, and she ABS, CBN. She follows those inside here. So she'll give me updates when she sees any type of a change or policy or anything like that here inside the Philippines. But I really haven't heard much at all about vaccines though over here. I kind of have an impression that they are kind of hoping and relying on the U.S. a little bit for some assistance with the vaccines over here, because they have close relationships with the U.S. and they also do with Russia, and they also do with China. And most of that has to do, mainly with Russia and China, has to do with trade, because they receive a lot of their products from those countries here. But I think most of the people who marry or who are family related from the Philippines, I think the biggest amount is inside the United States. And I think that's one of the reasons, even though there's political contrast that goes back and forth, I think the social relationship they try to keep that strong because of that mere fact right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
You okay?
Got a frog in
Yeah,
the throat.
all of a sudden I have frog in my throat, and gee, I was earlier before the show. I was having some drinks with some old comedian friends of mine that I hadn't seen in quite a while. So
By the way, I really liked your Filipina joke that you did earlier. That was good. I got to tell you, if you are able to comprise a comedy set with those type, they kind of call those green jokes over here. Well, the green joke's a little bit more off topic from what you did. But if you did that over here, you'd be a smash in the Philippines.
Well, over on TikTok, that's where I see a lot of really funny, I guess, stereotypical Filipino humor, where like the Siri, where they say this gal wants to know how to get to 7-Eleven, and she's got the Filipino Siri, and said, why you want to go to 7-Eleven?
That's the one I was talking
you
about.
need to walk there.
Well, when you guys are doing it, you're killing me here because you were saying all the keywords that my devices listen to, and you were setting every one of them off inside. 'Cause
Yeah.
you don't realize.
Alexa,
Yeah, you don't
tell
realize.
us a joke.
Yeah, you don't realize. Well, you don't. She can't hear you now, so we're safe. Everything from the broadcast right now is coming through the sensor.
Yeah, okay.
So we're good here. But when I was listening to you on the TV back there, just below it, I have two devices, and over here on the other side of the kitchen, I have another device. So this living area and the way I make them work is they have the three names that you can name those devices. It's the Alexa, it's the computer, and it's the Echo. Those are the three. Those are the three names that you're authorized for it to respond to you. And when you got, I think it was Mike. I don't remember who was saying it, but when he said it, every time he said the word, every single one of my devices were alerting and coming on, and the blue light was spinning inside down. I'm like, guys, you're killing me here. But I do that. The reason I have two right there underneath the television is I have one connected to an amp that goes through my stereo system inside here. That device is set up. That's one specific device is set up as part of a group. I have what's called you can assign groups with Alexa for music. It's basically speaker groups is what you can do.
Right.
So we have speakers in the yard. We have speakers in the bar down in the basement. We have speakers here. We have speakers right here in that part of this amp inside the sunroom. So I have something that's called the Villa Feliz group. So all I have to do is say the A word and say, play like Tom Petty on Villa Feliz group.
Right.
And that's if we have like guests here, or if we're constantly doing things everywhere around the property. If I walk into the basement, the music is playing in the basement. If I walk into the backyard, it transitions when I walk out of the back door. I hear music, the same music. And it's all synchronized because there's a synchronization process that you can do because, if you have things in different locations, you can change the milliseconds of where the track is going so that everything is synchronized. So that's the way that on that Villa Feliz group, everything, living room, sunroom, yard, basement. It's like we have our family over and we're utilizing all the different spaces. So that's why I have that one. And then right next, because it's hooked into an auxiliary jack that goes to the amplifier, if I play that, if I talk to that device, you won't hear it unless the amp's on. And we don't run the amp all the time, only for when we want to listen to the music. And right next to it, we got a little tiny, the Echo device. And the Echo device, what it does, it's the Echo what do they call it? Show. I think the show that's got the little video screen on it. So we have that there, so that if we have a conference call that comes in, and we're sitting in the living room, we can conference through that device.
Okay.
As well. Then Ness has hers set up inside the kitchen because she does it for her recipes. It's also a show and has the recipes and all the recipes. While she's cooking, she can look at all the recipes inside there as well. So if you're wondering why we have so many of them right in this concentrated area, each one has a specific purpose. It works. But you got to name them all unique, because if you name them all the same, you have 3 of them responding to you when you do the alert word.
Yeah. Well, I was talking earlier today about part of the show that I do is the toffee trivia. Well, I gotta go down to the Enstrom's store to get their toffee, and the gal that was ringing me up, her name was Alexa. And so while she was ringing me up, I saw her tag and I said, Alexa, pay my bill. She said, no.
Add that to your comedy show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's another TikTok channel where there's this couple. She's from Vietnam, and I think they live in California. And they did this one video. She's trying to turn the volume up or turn on the TV with Alexa, but she can't say Alexa. She says, Alyssa, turn on the TV. And her husband says, Alexa, turn on the TV. And it turns right on. And this is kind of an Asian thing where they take their slipper and they throw it at the TV. That's another Filipino thing, is thing with the slipper. They like to either chase you with it or throw it at you, get your attention.
Well, I've been lucky.
Or
Ness hasn't.
They'll point with their lips. Doing.
It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been lucky. Ness hasn't chased me around the house with her slipper, but she does chase Marianne and Hapone around the house with a slipper when they're misbehaving. I just wanted to mention, and it has to do with the pool. An update on pool. And I haven't discussed this yet with the contractor, but I failed to. I do these when I built a pond, the pond that I built back in the U.S., and it's a recommended thing. Something like that. This is a check valve. This is a Pentair check valve, and the way it works, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little cover right here. You see, there's no cover on this side, but there's a little cover inside here. So the way the flow goes this direction. And it's like what you would put like on a check valve on your spigot or on the side of your house, so that water only goes in one direction and it can't backflow back in your house and contaminate anything. But the purpose for any type of a pond or a swimming pool that has a pump and it has a filter, it's to prevent air from getting back in. If you like sucking air in from maybe a skimmer on the outside if the water level gets lower.
Right.
Or for me, what's so important that I identified, and I should have told the contractor during the build. It was something I thought about, but I knew, because I always design this when I design my pump systems. Anything that's above the water level, if there's a chance for it to backflow, to go back down, because of gravity, water will always sit at what the level of water is. Anything above it will always drop back down to the water level. So the swimming pool is below the pump and the filter, so the water will always go back down and that void is filled with air. So when you turn your pump system back on, if you don't run it continuously, or if you have a power outage, like we so often do here inside the Philippines, our infamous brownouts, what'll happen is the air will go in, when the power turns back on. If you were to leave it running, say 24 hours a day, the air that will go inside there will then go inside your pump, and if you don't have a self-priming pump, you burn out your pump. Or if you have a filter, which every pool should have a filter, your filter will fill up with air, and that's why you have the little air release valve.
Right.
But if you're not there, say it's done while you're sleeping at night, or if you're gone or something like that, then you take a big chance of destroying some major components inside your life support system. So I ordered one of these. Just to make sure that this will fit with my 2-inch PVC pipe inside there. I'm going to go out today and I'm going to measure it. And then if it looks like the inside diameter, this fits the outside diameter of the PVC, then what I'll do is I'll order a second one. And I want to put one connected directly to the pump, but mainly one of the biggest things is, and I thought about this, and again, I failed to mention this to the contractor, is the pipe that goes up to our waterfall.
Oh, yes.
Right? From our filter, the exit port of our filter,
Right.
it goes up. So what happens is when the power goes out, the water from the waterfall, the reservoir goes down.
Yes.
Then it will go down through here. Then it will go inside the pump, fill the air up with pump. Then it will fill up the filter with water, filter with air until there's nothing but air and anything inside it. And they didn't do this. And the guy is really cool. I don't know if it's a simple procedure if you do it at the very beginning, because it's a vertical pipe that goes straight from our plumbing manifold inside there where all the ball valves are. But he didn't put any unions on. I have 0 unions on there, so I can't take any of the assembly apart. And that's something I want to mention when I start talking about what I would have done different later on during the pool build. Because the pool build, it's almost perfect, but it's not perfect. One of the things you should always do, you should always prepare for any type of repair action that you might need to do later on down the road. And that's why it's important to put unions to be able to remove sections, to do repairs, anything like that. So that one pipe that goes from the manifold, that goes through the concrete to the top of the waterfall, there's no way, because I have to cut a straight pipe. And if we would have done it at the very beginning, we could have put one inside here, glued everything in place. And then if you ever need to repair, that's why I selected this Pendair check valve. It's because to do a repair, in case the flapper valve goes bad or the spring goes bad inside here, this section is replaceable. It's got these screws on here. You pop out and they do. They're probably only good for about 4 years because the chlorine will break down the rubber and that seal that's inside there. So you can do that. It's very easy to repair. That's why I selected this one. But to install this during the construction process, it's very, very simple. You just put the pipe in the top and the bottom, you glue it inside there with a PVC cement, and you're done with it. Now I have a straight pipe, and the only really logical way of doing it like this is to take the pipe, do a 90-degree elbow, 90-degree elbow, slip this in, slip into the top, 90-degree elbow, and go where this is on the side of the pipe, and just slide it in like that, where you have pipe up here and a pipe down here. But that's not good because that adds additional friction loss inside there for each one of the elbows. So your pump has to work harder for that. I didn't want to do that, but I don't know. The only really other solution is to do something, maybe add some couplings or unions for that piece of pipe. I'm gonna talk with the contractor. I'm gonna buy the parts and see if he has a recommended way of doing it. But yeah, I wish I would have put two of these inside there. But so far, that's the only regret of the build. Everything else has been working perfect. As a matter of fact, the contractors told me it's so popular. The people that watched our video series on the build of the swimming pool, he's getting so many follow-on jobs from that. And people are asking, can they stop by our house here and look at our pool? So we got somebody next week that's coming by. I don't know where they're from, somewhere I'm sure on Luzon here, and they want to look at the swimming pool and ask me questions about am I satisfied, which I definitely am. I'm really happy with this build right here. But
and tell Ness she did a wonderful job putting those dishes away.
Oh, yeah. Can you really see?
Can't
we
see,
can
but we
hear.
can hear.
Oh yeah. Art says that you did a wonderful job putting the dishes away because they can hear every one of the clanking. She got a kick out of that, as you probably heard.
Hey, Ness.
There she
Good to
is.
see you.
Well, that's my update. That's my update for the swimming pool. Everything else going great. As a matter of fact, that Pentair arrived this morning on Lazada, and it's actually, if I remember correctly, it was amazing. Pool parts. I never thought in the Philippines, because not many people have pools over here, and I thought it would be real.
You got the ocean.
You got the ocean.
You got waterfalls and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of places to go swimming.
Well, I thought that it would be really expensive over here, but if I remember correctly, I compared Amazon with the shipping cost to get it over here, compared to buying it on Lazada, and I think it was about the equivalent of about $10 less for me to buy it here on Lazada here. And this is a U.S. Well, I will say it says U.S., but I'm sure this was made in China and sent to the U.S. There's no doubt. Anything made out of plastics, and it's pretty much all made in China. So I'm going to test this out today as far as checking the diameter, inside and outside diameters of the pipe, and if it works, I'm going to order a second one, and then we'll do the what I should have done at the very beginning, install those inside there.
Yeah, it's always one of those things after you get it all done, you go, oh,
Yeah.
jeez,
Yep.
darn.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be a year down the road and you'll say, "Oh, I wish I would have done this, that, or the other thing."
Yeah. it's always like that. But you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? It's good. It's good, and it's good if you do something like that and you realize I could have made it better, and then you share that information, and that's what we do.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do on our channel. Is we do a bunch of DIY projects. Keith, I don't know if you've had a chance to visit the channel, but it's a lot of how-to DIY, and you just kind of watch. And when I make a mistake, where a lot of people they don't tell you the mistake that they made. It looks like it was a perfect build all the way through.
Yeah.
But but they don't reveal all these little problems that they had. And that's kind of what I do on the channel. It's a more realistic approach to building something yourself. And sometimes you make mistakes. That's the fact of life.
Yep.
It's reality. And
I was just gonna say I'm a big DIY guy. I don't pay anybody to do anything. If I can't do it at my house, it's not going to happen. I guess.
You and I get along. You and I get along good then.
If a computer or something like that goes down, and obviously I don't know how to do everything, I find me a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I follow the YouTube video, and if I can't fix it, I'm definitely going to make sure it's broken.
I'm the same exact way, Keith, and that's why I think YouTube is so valuable for resources. It's just resource rich in content when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. So what I do when I do these things, I try to share. If the refrigerator breaks, I show somebody how. We have a Samsung, and it's almost the same model that we have in the U.S. And they both have similar problems.
Right.
And I show people. I go in, I tear it apart, and I show you where to go to fix all these different.
It's amazing how easy so many things that somebody would think is complicated. It's amazing how easy it really is.
Yeah.
You just got to be willing to do it. That's all.
That's right. And I try to do everything I can on my own. If I can learn about it, if I don't know about it already, and if I can learn about it, and it's within my scope of basically muscle scope, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's like I built our pond in the U.S. It took me three months to do, but I built the koi pond in the U.S. and I showed that on one of my videos. But I did the entire thing myself, except for laying out of the PVC liner, because the PVC liner was like 350 pounds, and I had to enlist my nephew and my brother-in-law, and I had them come out. And we picked it up, we moved it out there, we rolled it out. But other than that, I did all the digging. That's why it took 3 months. Something that would normally have taken a week, it took me 3 months. But I had the satisfaction. I kind of like you. I really enjoy self-accomplishment of doing these things myself.
Yeah, definitely.
And then it's the monetary savings also that you get with doing things like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
mainly, it's the intrinsic that happiness that you get from doing.
Yeah. And the plus is my wife thinks I know everything.
I got the headphones on, so I will say, because that's the same here.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, it depends on the scope. At some points, you have to enlist or recruit other people to help you, or it becomes it goes from being a hobby and fun to a real job, and sometimes, and I'm willing to tell you, when I don't have the expertise in something and it needs to be done right, like the scope of our swimming pool back here. Now I could have done that on my own, but it wouldn't have been half as built correctly as these guys built right here, and it would have taken me a year to do myself.
I was just going to say, or nearly as fast.
Yeah. So that's why we enlisted, and there were a lot of things that I learned that I shared, because I didn't realize there were so many ways to mix concrete for different results, especially when you're adding waterproofing solutions inside there. And I show that on a video series about when you're doing the waterproofing of the concrete wall. They have, and every company probably, there's a standard that people use for waterproofing, and they pretty much read what's on the bucket that's got the mixing instructions. But there are people like this company right here who's been in business for 30 years. They've gone through so many repairs that they've come up with their own solution to be able to address why the leak happened or why this happened, and they've done better. So they do like their ratio mixings of like Portland cement to the waterproofing, or all the different things that they do. And I presented that on the video series, and that helps other people in case they want to do their own project inside there.
Yeah.
They'll be more successful. But I wouldn't have been able to do this. It's just
no, that's too big a project.
No, that was too big of a project, because we're enjoying the pool. We're enjoying the pool right now, and I would still be digging the hole in the ground right now.
Right.
Hey, James, did you catch the backwards songs?
I did. I listened to them, and I think I got. I don't remember all of them. I think I got two of them. The band name, I didn't know the song, but when I said, I can recognize that sound, because some of the signatures sounds that they have in certain songs, they were inside there, and like the AC/DC, and I said, I know that's AC/DC. Right. And there was one, I didn't hear you because we were sitting back here eating the waffles, and there was one that there was like an intro that kind of sounded like Boston, but you didn't have any Boston. You didn't have any Boston. No.
Well,
so I forgot.
I do have some Boston, and that might be down the road. This is going to be a new thing that I'm going to be doing on the show to make it a little interesting, to kind of challenge the people in the chat and on the panel. And
well, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
There's a drone channel, Ken Herron. He does what's called 1 second song. And this is to get around the copyrights, and that's why I thought, well, maybe play it backwards, then I could get around that little rule that YouTube has. So he just plays 1 second of a song, and he'll have two people on the panel, and they're playing for someone in the chat, but the people in the chat can participate and guess what it is. And his co-host Kelly, and he's an old radio DJ, so he knows just about every one of those songs. So I'd say about 90% of the time he's the winner.
Yeah, you got these buffs out there. You got these music buffs. Yeah. It's like there's certain people that are like that. It's like they used to do. People used to do things with old time like black and white television shows, and they would just do like the theme, the theme song to television shows, like the Munsters, like Lost in Space and stuff like that. They would just do, And that's where I used to be really good, because if I just heard the first two bars of like Lost in Space or Adam's Family or something like, boom, I used to always. But you got people like that with music too.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
like
fellas,
I like those.
I got to run, fellas. I got to get on the road. I got things I got to work on. But it was
right,
nice
Keith,
meeting you folks. I'll try to hook back up with you next Saturday, Art.
Awesome, Keith.
Do
Great
it
to
again.
see you.
Same here, Keith.
Yeah,
It was a
nice
pleasure.
Nice meeting you, James. Nice
Same
meeting
here.
you, James.
Same here.
Enjoy that great weather down there in the Philippines.
If the wind stops.
Yeah. I'll be seeing you guys next time.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
Take
Cheers.
care, man.
All right, Art, I'm going to bow out too, because I know you got to be near that bewitching hour. Yeah, I think you're about 20 minutes, right around 20 minutes past that the pumpkin time. So I'm going to head out too. But
Well,
thanks for
it's only
inviting me.
7:20
Well, it's-
p.m.
Yeah, it's 10:20 here. 10:20 here.
Okay.
And I know you've been on at least 2 hours then.
15
Yeah.
You're 15 hours ahead of me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to bow, and I appreciate
Okay.
the invite,
Well, thank
and
you for
it's always
popping in, and
it's always a pleasure.
Next week I'll set off your Alexa on your TV.
All right, my friend. You have a good
All right.
one, and everybody that's in the chat session. Thank you. I enjoyed seeing everybody.
All right.
All right,
Take
cheers.
care, James.
Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining. It's good to have you guys. Ken Hoffbauer, good to see you. Place it here. Johnny Drone Flyer, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Oh, and your co-host, Sergio, good to see him. Sean Oz, thanks for popping in. Fly Zone Drone Quadcopters, thanks for coming in. Yowie P51 and Ray Kelly and Tater and Matt and all the rest. Thank you so much for jumping in, and I just got a new motherboard, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be sporting a new machine, and then I could really do some really cool stuff with the show. So catch you all next week. We'll do some more backwards music and more toffee trivia. So take care, have a great weekend, and keep 'em flying. Bye-bye.